Welcome back. This is the latest episode of Patent Insights. I'm really curious about what we're gonna talk with my dear co-host Arne Kruger.
Hello.
Welcome Arne again.
Welcome, Mustafa. Hello.
This is
How are you?
the last one, the last episode before the end of the year. And
Yes.
the 12th session.
Yes, our 12th session, almost every month we did one. Perfect. And it's the Christmas edition now. We try to decorate a little bit.
A little bit.
Two candles are lit up already. We are in second advent. For the guests who don't know this, in Europe, we usually light every weekend before Christmas, one more candle. So the weekend before Christmas, we have all four lit up. Here you see there. Yeah. Two are already there. Every Sunday, one more.
I have also special.
Yeah, you stole it from the entrance. I gave it to you. I know.
Exactly. I stole it from the entrance of MTC office. So I have a very good flower and the thing that reminding the Christmas. But I have another toy that Arne gave me today. So I will push the button if the Arne's jokes will be long. Let's test it. So Arne, be careful about your jokes. So I can interrupt you immediately with this little guy.
I was brought up in fear of the Santa Claus, of course.
Really?
Yeah, you need to behave as a child, and you need to learn your poems, and you have to sing for Santa Claus. Otherwise, you get coal, not presents, in the not socks we had under the Christmas tree. So you will get me with this Santa Claus.
So anyway, in Berlin, the Christmas time is amazing. This is my second Christmas time in Berlin. So unfortunately, tomorrow I'm flying to Turkey for 6 days. We couldn't talk it with you, Arne, but I will catch the Christmas time next week. So we'll see. So today we will speak about the last journey to Munich for the IP service fault. But before to start this discussion, I would like to ask you, how is it like going? Arne, we couldn't find a chance to talk with you as we discussed today in just 5 minutes. And if we don't organize this video guest, we couldn't find the time to talk with you.
Yeah, you are quite busy, Mustafa, and so am I. Yeah, so year end is always a time where you need to rush, empty the budgets of the customers, finish projects. You want to clean up a lot. So this is going on with me. A lot of work, a lot of preparation for 24 already. We are in the middle of ISO 27001 certification right now. Quite nice. We prepared the whole year basically alone for ISO 9001. We work according to the policies already, but we missed always the certification, and I used the time to prepare for that. We are still developing our PAT scenario. Everybody remembers we totally renewing our reporting feature, our reporting engine in PAT scenario. This is very exciting. Matze is still working there. So this is going on. And we have a big accessibility project running for one of the bigger car manufacturers of Germany, the biggest basically. And this project takes some attention away. And there's a lot to do. So that's why somehow if you are not in the office and you don't knock on my door, we miss to talk. Terribly. What's up with you, Mustafa? Why are you not in the office anymore and running around Turkey and Berlin probably? And
very, very admiring updates from your side. I'm really happy to hear that. And also, I'm looking forward to see the latest version of PAT scenario with the added new features. So yeah, from my side, I'm dealing with to build up the patent valuation platform that we already
Yes.
talked before, and we are in a startup program which is supported by Berlin Senate. So it's going on well, and I'm doing so many interviews with companies, technology transfer offices to understand their, struggles and obstacles, needs in terms of patent valuation process.
Yeah.
It will be very helpful to design the better version of the patent valuation, and everybody getting exciting about the patent valuation platform. So because we have a very good value proposition, we are offering 10 times cheaper patent valuation experience. So it create an excitement
Yeah, super.
and about the Turkey, one of the techno science from Izmir asked me to give a training, a patent training. Yeah,
Super.
I am going to Izmir directly tomorrow, and then I will give my training to the Aegean University Technopark.
Back to 20 degrees. Oh my God.
I don't think so.
Probably.
Maybe Izmir will be at 20 degrees, but Istanbul is getting worse.
Yeah.
I will also.
It sounds also exciting, Mustafa.
What?
Patent valuation is very interesting. It's always a little bit glass. What do you say?
Black box, you mean?
Yeah, black box is it, or like guessing the future? So this is quite interesting. What like methods and technologies you use to realize that? Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear more from it. Perfect.
Exactly. It must be transparent. I
As
agree
always.
with you because we don't want to make it black box. That's why we should publish a white paper about the methodology. We'll see. We'll see. So everything is fine except my left eye. I have some, problem with my left eye. Couldn't see very well. I think my myopia is increased. So I need to check with my doctor. We'll see.
Oh, get better soon, dear Mustafa.
For all of us. So yeah, we have a 7 online watchers. And
Welcome. Yeah.
before starting our discussion, maybe I can say that you can write your comments, your insights, or questions in the comment chat site on YouTube or on LinkedIn. So we are live streaming in both of platforms, YouTube and LinkedIn, for today. So please use this opportunity to engage with us. So we will be very happy to talk with you. So yeah, 2 weeks ago about 1 month ago, we went to Munich for IP Service World. But I went there by train. But Arne, did you come there with your car?
No, also by train. Yeah.
By train. Okay, we met with Arne in Munich at the conference. So this is the first time that I am being in IP Service World. Was it what about you?
My fifth, sixth times. I was in the very beginning. I was even having also speeches there and having a little booth many years ago. Then it became, a little bit not my focus anymore. I think I missed 2 or 3, and during Corona, I was also not there. But after Corona, it's my first time. I'm back again. I was really, really surprised. It was extremely crowded, Mustafa, so full. So the location was a little bit too small for so many participants, in my opinion. So I was happy, of course, to see so much success for the management circle who is doing the conference, and a lot of attendees, a lot of providers are there. So it's really, I would say, German Europe patent industry is meeting there. It's, I would say, the biggest conference we have in Germany. There was the PatInfo, remember, in June. There was in the old days the European Patent Information Conference from the EPO, but both were like from participants, I would say 50%, half of the participants. And here we have 700 or almost 1,000 participants. So the industry meets in Munich every November. How
I
was it for you? First time?
I really
Overwhelmed?
shocked with the crowded, as you said that.
Yeah.
I think you said me there was more than 700 people
Yeah.
as a participants, including of course the booths from the companies. But it is extremely full. In not in terms of not only in terms of the participants, also the crowded in the panel sessions.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't find a chair to sit.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I feel I see this kind of crowded in an IP event. That was my first impression. But regarding the choice of the hotel, I think there might be two options why they choose this hotel. One is maybe they want to create a marketing advantage to show the crowd because the place is a little bit small, or this is the only chance to organize it. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It's traditional there. Maybe the participants and their marketing efforts somehow outgrew the location. Yeah. So the location is quite perfect. Yeah. It's directly at the S-Bahn station, at the main track in Munich. So it's perfect there. The hotel is directly there, and you have like a lot of rooms. So if you are new, for you, it must be a little bit also chaotic in way of like where is what. I remember for me it was easy. Um some, I would say, providers, some exhibitors are not so happy because there are some quieter areas where not a lot of people are going.
I see.
Yeah, and if you pay the same price, then it's a little bit difficult, I would say. There are really like the spots that are next to the main audience, to the main room. There, of course, everybody walks by. Yeah, so you get like every hour, 1,000 contacts. This is
Mhm.
perfect. Yeah, for instance, Mindsoft, the booth of Mindsoft is directly located there. Questel next to it, etc. Yeah, so these guys who are there every year, they are also blocking the best spots, I have to say. Yeah, so newcomers like you or other newcomer companies, they have to wait a couple years before they get better positions in the IP service world. But in general, the industry meets there. So you meet everybody there in Munich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, so maybe going before going to the content, I want to say about the formats. I want to talk about the format of the events. You said
Yeah.
that it is very it creates a very good advantage for networking, for introducing with
Yeah,
new
because you
people.
meet everybody, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
I collected so many business cards. Of course, it's not collecting the business cards is not the objective, but I meet and talk at a discussion with so many people, new people, but which I disappointed. The know-how sharing in the panel was missing. So the panel lectures were fully of advertisement of the companies.
Yes. This
That,
is the
that was my
concept.
expectation.
This
That
is the
was my
concept. Mustafa, this is the concept of IP Service World. It's a pay conference. So everybody who speaks needs to pay.
yeah.
Everybody who listens needs to pay. This is just a concept. It's an extremely business focused concept. So it is all about marketing, Mustafa. And you could criticize that, but yeah, this is like uh, criticize. I don't know. It's the nature of the conference.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why do you like don't go there if you don't like marketing?
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
and you are marketing guys, so usually, but you are coming from university. I know where your disappointment maybe is rooted. You attended too many university-driven conferences, and of course, there's much more knowledge sharing. Yeah, and PAT Info is organized by Technical University Ilmenau. It's a university.
Yeah.
You pay just really a fraction of the costs, even as an exhibitor. Yeah, you don't have to. So it's not so business focused. So yeah,
I agree. I don't criticize, but about my expectation,
Yeah.
Because it was the first time for me, I was taught that the lectures will be full of know-how sharing, but it was not.
There's no lectures in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it can be improved. So maybe they can add another parallel session, and then next year we couldn't find any option to which session should I join. So the parallel sessions, the number of the parallel sessions are too many, and also it creates a
How was the online experience, Mustafa? I totally ignored the app this year. Were you using the app? I saw that. Yeah.
I was using the app to check the
Okay.
agenda, but they also had a live streams, right?
Yeah, they had live streams.
For the
Exactly. Yeah.
online participants, yeah.
It was a hybrid conference. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we said, and also the foods and drinks during the coffee breaks, totally satisfied for me. Too much, because there were too much food and drinks available for the participants, so they didn't cut the amount of the food and drinks. So I enjoyed. You didn't participate the conference dinner, which was
No.
so crowded and so loudly, and that was the good selection from your side.
Yeah, I already had a little bit of cold, and I was not scared from catching more cold, but I knew it that in this room I would lose my voice simply. After half an hour, I would not be able to talk anymore. So I tried to make all my contacts during the day. And was there also till the end, and then I just skipped the conference dinner. Even I know it's like really a traditional thing in Hofbräuhaus, blah blah blah, and beer and Wurst and very Bavarian. And I don't know. I had my fair share of getting drunk at conferences and having the best connections late at night, and then even continued drinking at the hotel bar. But I'm too old for this shit, I have to admit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I love the Bavarian style, and I love to participate in this kind of crowded things.
Me too. It's I like it a lot, but this year I decided to not to join. Yeah.
So regarding the content, so what can we say about the takeaways from the content? So maybe I can ask you what is the most attractive point that you catch from the conference? Maybe lectures from the from the booths or something. Don't laugh to me. Okay. This is the ring of moving to content site.
Yeah. Also most interesting was of course the omnipresence of AI, of course. Yeah. Like 2 years ago it was blockchain. Today everybody talks about AI. Everybody has AI in their products, of course.
Obviously.
So this was like almost not too much, but yeah, for me, it was the thing. Everybody wanted to know how to use AI. Everybody tried to show how they integrated it into their products. Yeah, this was and everybody was talking also about it in a way. So this was, of course, the overall topic of the conference. Climate change, what was not very present there. So it's not a topic at all in the industry. There was one keynote at the second day that impressed me most from all the speeches I hear. But the topic of the conference was, of course, AI, I would say. This is how we can adopt these generative AI tools. How will it change and influence patent search, patent evaluation, patent management, and all surrounding services. So I attended speeches about translation. So all the patent translators, there were like 3, 4, 5 exhibitors there who live from translating. They are a little bit scared, I would say, and so on, so on. So it was always AI and how the existing providers are reacting to the AI wave, and not AI in the way of machine learning. the way of these generative AI that ChatGPT, OpenAI, and all the others are using. Yeah, and of course, it was very hard to spot the guys who are really adopting AI, who's not just putting it on the booth and saying, "Yeah, look here, now the hit list is sorted by our AI." This is like the usual thing what happens. Yeah, yesterday it was something else. Today it's AI that sorts the lists, and of course, most relevance is on top. And we are learning and so on. So everybody knows the how to sell AI. Everybody's doing it. It's a little bit hard to spot the real inventors here, I would say. Yeah, this was very difficult for me as a participant because, of course, I am a little bit read a lot and know a lot of these guys many years. So for me, it was probably easier than for you, Mustafa. Was it for you?
It was not a surprise to see that all AI things from all the companies. It was not a surprise. The first thing that I discovered, most of them are wrote ChatGPT instead of AI. So it's a kind of a typical term to say AI. They're just saying that ChatGPT, but they are not talking about ChatGPT. But they say ChatGPT. So the most exciting part for me, the last session in the keynote about I don't remember the lady's name, but she presented the result of 3 years experiment of 3 different AI-based patent search tools. So she presented these results, and I think that this is a kind of wrap up of the current AI developments in the IP business. So basically, she said that okay, AI can save time, can save costs, but all the presentations, including this lady, ended with, please don't trust the output generated by the AI and review with a human expert. So this is the latest sentence. Everybody says that, okay, AI is good, AI can create very valuable results in terms of patent search, IP management, FTO, but okay, as a result, I need to check as a human.
So I would just say they didn't understood, but it's fine. I know. Like if you understand the nature of ChatGPT and these generative AI, you know it's based on just statistical methods. Yeah. So it's statistics. And if you think that there is intelligence included, yes, of course, it's very intelligent because it uses extremely large amounts of data it got trained on. This is the new thing. So, and if you understand this, you don't expect anything else. Like it's a little bit weird for me that you still have to like calm the audience. You know, they don't have to fear. You as a human, you still are needed. Yeah, the old replacement fear. It was, as I told you in former sessions, Mustafa. Yeah. In the 90s, the internet was replacing us. Yeah, or in the 60s, 70s, the CD-ROM was replacing us. Yeah, and so on, so on. So now we have this wave that the ChatGPT replaces us, but don't be afraid. Human need to check the results. Like, what do you expect? Yeah, that the statistical model is doing what you can do? Of course not. It's a statistical model that like is doing. It gives you the most probable answer based on hundreds of millions of documents. So, and I missed that. How to say, honesty or that understanding a lot in the yeah. You mentioned these comparison projects. These are, of course, most valuable for these conference participants, yeah, because this is somehow giving them a shortcut and giving them some directions how they should approach, especially all these marketing geniuses now promising them now that everything is faster, cheaper, and better, yeah, as always.
It is not
Choose me,
surprising that.
pay me money, and you save a lot of time. This is the promise of everybody there.
So it means that saying of please check the results as an expert is about being a transparent. So we don't promise or AI tool providers are not promising that it is a replacement of the human intelligence. So it is a
Yeah,
virtual
but they
assistant.
usually, as always, they don't tell how they do it. That's always the problem, Mustafa. You know this as well. So that's why the customers, the users are also like requesting transparency. Yeah, and not just yeah, AI is learning from your interactions. Yeah, how? Like, tell me. And if you ask one or two questions more, I tell you 10% of the exhibitors can give you answers. The rest can't. They just don't know. They don't know how they use it. It's quite interesting to see. It's a little bit a critique also on these kind of conferences, but yeah, it was very interesting. I think I remember the speech you mentioned was quite nice. Yeah.
And I think that it's not limited with the IP based AI based patent search. And also I discovered some of the tools that are providing AI based patent claim drafting, which is a very hype topic in the world. By the way, there are more than 15 providers, and also AI based patent translation is an important topic also. I really like to see this kind of companies at the fair. But the other topic, Arne, you will like it. Maybe you are agree with me. I saw some of the companies that are mentioning about reducing cost of patent filing, and they are suggesting some of the strategies to reducing the cost of patent filing. I think it's good to see that most of the people are struggling, you have an obstacle about the cost of the patent filing or cost optimization, and it's a good opportunity for the PAT scenario.
Yeah, quite interesting. This was why I was also going, of course, to the conference to find out about this. There was a second keynote, Kestel, together with the industry partner, talking about, I think, reducing maintenance and filing costs by X% with collaborating with Kestel. And Kestel has a very nice approach there. They offer services, and a little bit is this, they use their power, their buying power, and their international network they already have established and give their clients access to it so that they streamline and reduce the efforts to filing and maintaining the patents. I was expecting more PAT scenario ways there, but it was really basically Kestel has some experts who just help you and do your job. And because of economy of scale, we can do it cheaper than if you do it yourself. And it was quite a good success story. So I recommend everybody with a bigger portfolio, like more than 50 or 100 patent families ongoing, to consider talking to the Dennemeyers, Kestels, to all these payment providers in the industry, because they are starting to offer more and better services. Yeah, they just don't pay the fees for you. They also help you filing and make decisions and talking to your engineers about, do we really need this invention still or not? Yeah. So this is quite nice. This was quite interesting to see as well. Yeah. And I found a little bit competition for PAT scenario, of course. Also surprised I don't say the name now. But this was quite nice. It's much more expensive than PAT scenario, so it's still we are a little bit coming with price and functionality, yes, right now. But there is bigger competition who are charging case by case, like calculation per calculation right now. So this is fine, not a flat fee as we offer. or the flat fee the competition offers is significantly higher than our 50 euro per month we are costing right now. So this was quite interesting. I need to follow up still. It was I'm a little bit behind here. I have to admit. I wanted to talk and spend a little bit more time on checking out competition also afterwards, but yeah, some other stuff came up.
I cannot say it as a competition. Okay, I saw some of the companies that are trying to make a patent cost calculation, but it is not the same with pet scenario, because the unique selling proposition of the pet scenario is the scenarios, 4 different scenarios. So it is a kind of not only the calculation of the cost, it's about the creating a filing strategy, the best route. So the other ones are not providing this valuable insight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You
So
know,
I'm
you know
I'm
that?
fine. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it was a bad joke. Okay.
Press the button. Oh.
So the another topic that I discovered, I didn't join this session, but I read later from the slides of the presenter about the green patents,
Yeah.
about the climate change. You also mentioned about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you can start with why was the interesting this presentation about the climate, not the climate change, it's about zero to towards to zero, carbon zero. What is that?
Yeah, I can. I have my notes because I was the second day, I think Tuesday morning. The first keynote was done by Roberta Höglund from Elkem. Elkem, I think, is a bigger producer of concrete and a lot of stuff. I don't really remember, but they are heavy CO2 producer right now because their production process just produces a lot of CO2. And if they can't tackle the reducing of CO2, they are somehow out of business or in big trouble, and the whole business model is depending on it. And she was giving an extremely hopeful speech, how much they invest, what are they doing in getting to net zero. Net zero means that their production, their business is not producing any CO2 in the foreseeable future, not in 20 years, not in 50 years, in the foreseeable future. So they want to give it at least 35. They want to do that. They need extremely heavy investing, of course. And surrounding this speech, it was quite interesting because WIPO is doing, and European Patent Office, they are having also some speeches about IPC, CPC, green classification, and doing some studies there and doing some, like even promoting and giving lower fees from the offices for green patents, or like in other ways supporting the effort of decarbonization of our industry and getting away from fossil fuel consumption. I was expecting a lot more from our customers of our IP services, so that there is more talk about it, but there was not. But this one speech from Elkem was really, really great. She gave a lot of examples and a lot of also inspiration. And she even made a call that every IP manager in every company needs to be aware of that goal to become a net zero company. Otherwise, you will be out of business in 10 years, 15 years, because we will just kill the planet and we can't afford to kill the planet anymore. So please, guys, don't talk about so much about ChatGPT in my memory. Use ChatGPT to become net zero. That would be a talk worth having, yeah. And not just go on, make more revenue, make more of what we have. This will come to an end, in my opinion.
Or high growth.
I just wrote, for instance, down there are fast tracks for green patents in a lot of countries, but unfortunately not in Germany, not in US, for instance. These two countries, they don't offer fast track
Yeah.
to for green patents. And also, I think EP is not on this. Yeah, it's UK, Australia, Japan, Israeli, Canada, Brazil, China. Even China is offering a fast track for green patents. Taiwan have a price reduction, not a fast track, and Korea also has a price reduction. And sorry, US has a fast track, but
US has?
US has, yeah, it was the last on the list. Yeah, it's quite interesting. And green transitions, yes, it's about steel industry, cement industry, chemical industry, the pulp and paper industry, who are like really the biggest producer of CO2. And if they don't change their production procedures, they will just have to stop producing their product. And we will not, as consumers, we will have to live without it. Yeah, so they really need innovation, because how can you, like cement, yeah, while like this is based of the chemical reaction, is like, you know, there will be CO2 produced, otherwise it will not get beton, yeah, it will not get hard.
Exactly.
Because it's like, so if we want to continue to use CO2, we have to think about ways to get rid of the CO2 in our atmosphere. Otherwise, the cement industry, Lafarge, the biggest guys, yeah, or Holcim, the second biggest guy. I don't know who is first right now. These two really multinational, huge corporations controlling like big percentage of cement production in the world. And where is the IP manager? What is he doing to support his engineers to become net zero? Question mark. Yeah. And this was the call of this extremely impressive IP manager. I say the name again, Roberta Höglund. Kudos. Thank you very much, Roberta, for your speech. It was, for me, the speech that needs to be the first of the IP service world 2024.
From
She has to be
NCAP, right?
opening.
Company.
Yes. Um,
So Arne, you said that we need to talk about how to use or how to leverage AI technologies to invent new materials to become a carbon free
of
zero.
course. This is what the industry, what we have to think about, yeah, not how to sort the patterns with the help of a AI chatbot. Yeah, boohoo. This will not make the world a better place. Yeah, it will help sell your product. I admit that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it has to have AI, otherwise nobody will buy your product. But please think about net zero and
So
CO2 reduction.
I think it is similar with the latest news that I read. One of the biggest pharma company called Genentech uh, had a partnership with NVIDIA to develop a kind of new AI model to develop new drug candidates as a molecule for different treatments. So maybe these kind of material companies can also create their own model to develop new materials, by AI. What do you think?
Yeah.
Might be possible.
Yeah, I think yes. I saw similar news, of course, as well. Yeah, and these are the real use cases for these new generative AI, in my opinion. Yeah, so we have to think in this direction, in my opinion, and go away from oh, can I get replaced by AI, to the real use of these new AI models that are available. So. Yeah, but you ask about green patents, green initiatives becoming reducing CO2. In my opinion, yes, new materials and new somehow catalyst for the big chemical industry players are needed right now. Yeah, because Otherwise, it will be hard to use paper or to build houses based on concrete in the future. Yeah. And this is really, really dangerous for a lot of economies all over the world, especially first world economies like our rich nations. Yeah.
Totally agree. You know that I didn't participate this keynote speech, but after you mentioned about this speech, before our call, before our video cast, I read the
Yeah.
presentation of Roberta, and all agree the classification of the green patents, the fast track initiatives for the green patents, all fine. It's good initiatives. But
Yeah.
what I noticed that she also suggests new IP management style, or new, not new, but she's offering open innovation with the companies and the universities to develop a joint inventions for this purpose. And then it means that if you are talking about joint invention effort, joint projects to develop new materials or something, so it means that we need to talk about the IP management, joint IP management. So
Yes.
this is also a very important topic. Instead of holding the IP itself as a company, so the companies need to be open to share the IP as a result of the R&D project with the university or with startup to make this happen.
I think so too. This is an old discussion, Mustafa. You know this, yeah? Open innovation, open access.
Exactly.
It's quite difficult for IP managers, especially conservative ones, traditional ones. Yeah, don't publish before applying. Yeah, you can't even talk about it. Everybody knows this. Yeah, you are not allowed to publish. You're not allowed to publish before you apply it. Yeah. So open innovation and open access projects are somehow like the fire and water opposites sometimes seen. Yeah, they have to go hand in hand, in my opinion, as well. I see that, and we will see how bad things will get in like 5 years and 10 years, so that we. You remember Corona in the beginning, everybody was somehow mad about pharmaceutical companies applying for patents for
Exactly.
Corona vaccines
I remember.
because they said, no, you should you should not patent it. The world needs it. And they were even asking for government intervention to seize the patents of Moderna and BioNTech. Yeah. Remember that talk?
Exactly.
Because it was really bad. Yeah, a lot of people were dying, Mustafa. So, and you just patent it and say like, now I can dictate prices because I invested so much. Yeah, but people are dying. Yeah, but still, I applied first for the patent. I can't publish, etc. So this is quite. I make a little bit joking now. It's not a joke at all, Mustafa. Yeah, it's very serious and it's very political. Of course. And it's also depending on how democratic or autocratic your country is, that things are different. So this is extremely political discussion. So I would not go there because I have no clue and I'm not invested there. I have an opinion, but it's not something for here right now. I would point out another sentence I remembered from Roberta's talk. It was like green transition and digital transitions go hand in hand. So this was quite a nice statement, yeah, that she said like, guys, please, digital transformation and green transition goes hand in hand. Don't forget this. This will, and this I like a little bit more. Yeah, I'm running an IT company, so I'm preaching digital transformation since 30 years. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing, where I'm making money and try to help my clients to organize digital information in a better way, use it in a better way. Yeah, for what purpose? To make more money, to get more rich, or, and this is what Roberta suggests, to like help the green transition, because this is the most urgent project of the whole world right now, in my opinion, to limit the climate change and the rise of temperatures to 1.5 degrees. Yeah, and if you follow the news, Mustafa, from the climate conference right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's finished.
it's finished now, and we were really lucky that the end of fossil fuel consumptions was written in the statement of the conference.
Yeah.
It was yesterday not clear if they could write it, yeah, because as you know, the host was an Saudi oil prince or whoever this guy was. I don't know him. I don't want to offend anybody. It's fine. I just feel an urgency here to act also and come together, yeah, and to think about ways of how we can use, as I say, digital transformation to transform into a net zero world. Not Germany, not Europe, the whole world needs to transform. And we, especially in Europe, are the big guys who are responsible for most of the emissions.
So it means that if you say that the digital transformation and the green transformation will need to go together, so it means that software startups in Germany or in Europe have a great opportunity to make something, to make new products in that field. So also getting a grant for this kind of projects will be easier than others.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Did you watch the keynote speech from ThyssenKrupp at the beginning of the conference? It was a
Of course.
crowded, so I just stand 10 minutes with this high temperature of the room. It was full, but after the conference, I checked his presentation, and I saw that ThyssenKrupp is using AI in many different phases of IP management.
Yes, also I was a little bit scared from this presentation because ThyssenKrupp is a big steel producer, a weapon producer. And he was not talking a lot about green transformation. Not at all. Because of course he lives from the opposite, yeah, and he is extremely successful as ThyssenKrupp right now. It's like a big industry, of course, but the conflicts in the world are, of course, also good for the business there. And it was for me difficult that he just ignored these somehow critics from the more left guys of the spectrum. His slides were extremely informative, very full, very packed. And yes, he talked about AI a lot and how he uses it in the whole value chain, in the whole process of IP management. I liked the presentation in this regard. He was very open to it, very innovative, and very transparent how they use AI in their IP management process, in the whole process of this huge company. But as I said, I missed a little bit responsibility for, of course, we build submarines and we deliver submarines to everybody who wants a submarine, but he was not talking about how to create submarines or how much CO2 the production of a submarine is creating and how he wants to get this to zero. So I missed that, not even a single hint of it. So where is his responsibility there? There was none. And I missed also a little bit, the slides were a little bit too packed for me.
Too packed and too much information on the slides.
Is that there was like 400 people in the like nobody could read what was on the slides because it was just not able to read it. You need your computer and zoom in 150%.
No, my iPhone was not working if I zoom in. So I couldn't read, although I zoom in. I need a telescope to read that presentation.
So this is a little bit feedback, but still, I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the transparency. And I also appreciated, of course, how open they were to digital transform their IP management process. Yeah? And that he talked about it in such a big audience. Kudos as well, yeah. So no offense, please don't take it personal. Our feedback here, yeah, very.
This feedback reminds me an idea. So you said that this company didn't mention about the climate change or net zero approaches. So does it mean that every company should mention about their perspective, their efforts, their initiatives regarding the climate change? I think maybe in the upcoming years it will be a mandatory thing to engage with this purpose, and
I
then
think so too. But we will see. It's not in our hands, Mustafa. Yeah, it's just again a little bit if I think about the future and see about the current news, I see this will be a big trend. And we wanted to talk about IP service world. And as I said, Roberta Eklund's Vortrag, Höglund, sorry, she opened up, yeah, and it will become more and more in the next years. I just see that very, very clearly, yeah. Yeah.
That would be a trending topic for us. So the last thing, maybe what I realized from the presentation, there was a Swiss patent office was presenting about the landscape reports that can be used for finding a partner, which is very obvious topic.
Yeah.
But I like to see this topic without any AI promising. It was full of advertisements, the patent site product, which is very good tool, by the way. But I just want to say something about it. I like it.
Yeah. Patent site, quite innovative product. Data visualization, yeah, is also since many years one of my somehow not hobbies but interests. And patent site, they paved the road for data visualization in the patent world, yeah. And they had their patent index, I think, I don't remember right, patent site index.
Patent asset index, something.
For patent evaluation, you need to think about this as well. Yeah, got bought by LexisNexis, and of course, it's quite a useful tool, yeah. And the Swiss patent office is quite interesting because they offer not only granting and patent evaluation for granting, they offer services for small medium companies, for companies in Switzerland and all over Europe. It's quite unique. Usually patent offices are focused on their tasks that are written in the patent law of the country, and the Swiss guys are much more business oriented in their patent office. And it's nice to see how they use their money and their somehow state-owned organization to create value there. Yeah, they use tools and they offer these tools to their clients. So I'm looking a little bit also critical on that. Not only, hey, great, everybody should do that. It's quite unique in Europe, yeah, what the Swiss Patent Office is doing there.
Yeah, they are providing comprehensive patent services. And also, surprisingly, Turkish Patent Institute is also a special company they established to give this kind of services, including the valuation, landscaping, the other things. I gave the training for the newcomer stuff for this company 5 years ago before the Corona. And now they are growing up in terms of the number of stuff. So it's nice. But
it's a little bit like the patent information, the PATLIBs, the patent information centers as well, Mustafa. These are state subsidized organizations that provide services. So it's needed, of course, and it's helpful. But you should not disclose that you are a state actor, yeah, that you are state-owned and maybe subsidized. We don't know that, but it's different, yeah. If you are state-owned or if you are privately owned, if you are you want to make profit or not. Be transparent about it, and then it's easier for me, and also easier and better for users and companies. Yeah.
But in that topic, there is one conflict of interest, but I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, forget it. So, any other topics did you remember from the conference?
I just watched the time, dear Mustafa. I checked already the chat. We don't have so much feedback there, so we are fine. And I would say I don't have any other topic because we talk an hour already, dear Mustafa.
Exactly.
And we should somehow wrap it up and come to an end, I would suggest.
So we mostly talk about, again, AI developments in the IP business. And before the conference, you saw me in my computer. I tried to use DALL-E 3 in ChatGPT 4 to draw our picture, both of us, during the session. And I created
just make a screenshot. I don't need DALL-E for that.
And it created a picture. Maybe I can share that as a for just funny thing.
Of course, I'm curious. What did you do? What did the AI
Let's see
create?
what DALL-E 3 has created about our picture.
I saw that you share some. Oh, oh my God. Two bearded guys. Yeah.
But I described our hairstyle as well. And I said that please do it in winter time and do it in Berlin, but I couldn't see any Berlin sign in the picture. But it's fine. I like it.
Yeah, I like my screenshot better. But yeah, it's fine, Mustafa. Thank you very much for playing around with DALL-E.
I have a screenshot as well to share in LinkedIn. Okay. So I think we are done, Arne. So this is
Thank
the
you
last
very much, dear Mustafa.
Before the New Year and the Christmas time. And I would like to say Happy Christmas to all of my colleagues in Europe, in other countries as well.
Thank you very much, all our audience, your feedback during the year and all your questions during the year. Thank you for sharing and liking, and thank you, 13,000 followers on LinkedIn. Everybody, Mustafa was quite happy to reach the milestone there, my marketing genius. So thank you to all of you, yeah, and have a nice Christmas time and see you in the next year. Mustafa, and let's talk a little bit more till then, yeah?
All right, we should do that. So our next video cast will be in the mid of New Year, so we will announce it. Take care, my dear audience.
Yes, take care. Have a nice time.
Have a nice time.
Stay healthy, and Mustafa?
Stay informed. Stay ahead.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.